Hello, mathematicians. So far in this playlist, we've learned about zero-dimensional, one-dimensional, and two-dimensional space. We've learned about the kinds of geometric figures that can live in those spaces. And we've learned how the attributes of triangles and quadrilaterals are determined by the relationships among their angles and sides. A Venn diagram, named after the mathematician John Venn, is a useful tool for visualizing relationships, including geometric relationships. In this video, we'll look at using a two-category Venn diagram to describe exclusive geometric relationships. An exclusive relationship is represented in a Venn diagram by two closed figures that do not overlap or intersect. They're usually circles or ovals, but they can be any closed figure. In an exclusive relationship, if you are A, you cannot be B. If you are A, you are excluded from being B. If you are B, you cannot be A. If you are B, you are excluded from being A. The relationship between category A and category B is exclusive. Being a member of either group excludes you from being a member of the other group. For example, let's think about the relationship between an open figure and a closed figure. If you are an open figure, can you be a closed figure? No, you can't, because open figures have a gap in their sides or outline, so they cannot be closed. But we also have to think about it the other way around. If you are a closed figure, can you be an open figure? No, you can't. So it's true that open figure and closed figure are exclusive. How about polygon and non-polygon? If you are a polygon, can you be a non-polygon? No, you can't. In fact, non-polygon means not a polygon. So if you are a non-polygon, can you be a polygon? No. So it's true that polygon and non-polygon is an exclusive relationship. These two categories of geometric figures are exclusive. How about parallel and perpendicular? If a pair of one-dimensional figures is parallel, then they never intersect. If the one-dimensional figure is a line segment or a ray, then it must be true that the line on which they lie would also never intersect with the other one-dimensional figure. A pair of one-dimensional figures is perpendicular if they intersect at right angles. So they must not only intersect, they must also intersect at right angles. If a pair of one-dimensional figures is parallel, can the pair also be perpendicular? No, they can't. If a pair of one-dimensional figures is perpendicular, can they also be parallel? No, they cannot. So for one-dimensional figures, the relationship between parallel and perpendicular is exclusive. Here's a trickier one. How about parallelogram and trapezoid? If you are a parallelogram, you have two pairs of parallel sides. If you're a trapezoid, how many pairs of parallel sides do you have? You have exactly one. So if you have two pairs of parallel sides, you can't have exactly one pair of parallel sides. If you have exactly one pair of parallel sides, you can't have two pairs. So the relationship between parallelograms and trapezoids is exclusive. How about the relationship between a quadrilateral and a parallelogram? Is that exclusive? True or false? A quadrilateral is a polygon with four sides. There's no other requirement to be a quadrilateral. A parallelogram must have two pairs of parallel sides, but it's also a quadrilateral. So if you are a quadrilateral, you could be a parallelogram. You don't have to be, but you could be. And if you are a parallelogram, you must be a quadrilateral. You must have four sides. All parallelograms are quadrilaterals. So this is not an exclusive relationship. How about the relationship between an isosceles triangle and a right triangle? Is that mutually exclusive? An isosceles triangle has exactly two congruent sides, and a right triangle has exactly one right angle. A triangle can only have one right angle. So if you are an isosceles triangle, can you also be a right triangle? Yes, you can. It's possible for a right triangle to have exactly two congruent sides. And if a right triangle is isosceles, then we also know that the other two angles in the triangle will measure 45 degrees. The right angle measures 90 degrees, which means that the other two angles must add up to 90 degrees, so that all three angles together add up to 180 degrees. And since the other two angles would be equal in an isosceles triangle, they must both be 45 degrees. So this is not an exclusive relationship. How about the relationship between a square and a parallelogram? Is that an exclusive relationship? True or false? If you are a square, can you also be a parallelogram? Yes, you can. In fact, you must be a parallelogram if you are a square. All squares are parallelograms, so this is not an exclusive relationship. How about the relationship between a right triangle and a scalene triangle? Is that an exclusive relationship? Remember that a scalene triangle has no congruent sides and no congruent angles. So yes, it is possible for a right triangle to have no congruent sides or no congruent angles. A right triangle can be scalene, so this is not an exclusive relationship. Can an obtuse triangle also be a scalene triangle? An obtuse triangle has exactly one angle that's larger than 90 degrees. As we know, a triangle can only have one obtuse angle. So if a triangle has one obtuse angle, can it also have no congruent sides or angles? Yes, it can. So this is not an exclusive relationship. How about the relationship between a point and a one-dimensional figure? If you are a point, can you also be a one-dimensional figure? We know that points are zero-dimensional figures. A point has no direction. So if you are a point, you are excluded from being a one-dimensional figure. If you are a one-dimensional figure, you are excluded from being a point. So this is an exclusive relationship. If you are a ray, can you be a two-dimensional figure? We know that rays are one-dimensional. They have one direction. So rays cannot be two-dimensional figures. And if you are a two-dimensional figure, you are excluded from being a ray. So this is an exclusive relationship. How about one-dimensional figure and triangle? One-dimensional figures have one direction. So that includes line segment, ray, and line. A triangle is not a one-dimensional figure. So if you are a triangle, you are excluded from being a one-dimensional figure. And if you are a one-dimensional figure, you are excluded from being a triangle. So one-dimensional figures and triangles do have an exclusive relationship. Quadrilateral, two-dimensional figure. Is this relationship exclusive, true or false? Quadrilaterals, we know, exist in a plane, which is a surface that extends forever in two directions. So quadrilaterals are two-dimensional figures. The relationship between quadrilaterals and two-dimensional figures is not exclusive. If you are an open figure, can you also be a two-dimensional figure? This is the same as asking, if you are an open figure, do you exist in a plane? Yes, you do. Open figures have two directions. They exist in a plane. They just don't connect. So the relationship between open figures and two-dimensional figures is not exclusive. How about the relationship between a line and a ray? Lines and rays are both one-dimensional figures, but if you are a line, you cannot be a ray because you don't have an endpoint. An array must have one endpoint. So the relationship between line and ray is exclusive. If you are a two-dimensional figure, can you also be a line segment? Two-dimensional figures exist in a plane. They have two directions. Line segments only have one direction. So if you are a two-dimensional figure, you are excluded from being a line segment. And if you are a line segment, you are excluded from being a two-dimensional figure. This relationship is exclusive. How about the relationship between a rhombus and a quadrilateral? What is a rhombus? A rhombus is a quadrilateral with four congruent sides. So if you are a rhombus, you must be a quadrilateral. So this is not an exclusive relationship. How about two-dimensional figures and closed figures? Do they have an exclusive relationship? A two-dimensional figure has two directions. It lives in a plane. And a closed figure has two directions. It lives in a plane, and all of its sides are connected. There are no gaps in the outline of a closed figure. So this is not an exclusive relationship. How about line and two-dimensional figure? A line is a one-dimensional figure, and a geometric figure cannot have both one direction and two directions. So this is true. The relationship between a line and two-dimensional figures is exclusive. Do squares and quadrilaterals have an exclusive relationship? A square is a quadrilateral with four right angles and four congruent sides. So if you are a square, you must be a quadrilateral. This is not an exclusive relationship. Is the relationship between rays and line segments exclusive? They are both one-dimensional figures, but a line segment is finite. An array extends from a point in exactly one direction forever. So array is infinite. So it is true that rays and line segments have an exclusive relationship. How about one-dimensional figure and quadrilateral? If you are a one-dimensional figure, can you also be a quadrilateral? No, you cannot, because a quadrilateral needs two directions. Quadrilaterals live in a plane, so they cannot be one-dimensional, they must be two-dimensional. So if you are a one-dimensional figure, you are excluded from being a quadrilateral, and if you are a quadrilateral, you're excluded from being a one-dimensional figure. Okay, mathematicians, now I'm going to let you do some by yourself. Use the attributes of each category to determine whether the relationship is or is not exclusive. If you make a mistake, pause the video and try to figure out why the relationship is or is not exclusive. Good luck! Great work, mathematicians! I think you have mastered using two-category Venn diagrams to visually represent exclusive geometric relationships.